a lot of people who just have stresses in their life that need an outlet, and this
Correct.
can be the outlet. And if this is all I can offer, hey, this is all I can offer. But my goal is to progress forward, and we will. It's just a matter of, enough time and find the right spot for us. And it's I want to help, so I try.
I know there's a lot of buildings and all that can possibly be made into a possible gym. And is that some of the things that you possibly look for from our community?
I look a lot for myself. I have actually gone to the city of Rock Hill.
Okay.
And I have gone to their, I think it's urban development, and I am working with them, and they are trying to help me out. It's just, boxing's usually, you don't do it for the money, you do it for the passion.
Correct.
And so, you kind of have to find the right spot that fits your needs. And, we haven't found it yet, but we will. And yeah, I mean, I love the community to help out, and the more shows we do, the more we can build our boxing program. The more we build our boxing program, the quicker we can get out to a bigger facility, and I can help more people.
Now, I know behind Mario there is your wife. Tell us a little bit about her and how she helps you with the Light Bright boxing program.
My wife is pretty amazing. She really does do a lot of things, and I really am thankful for her blessings that she has gave onto us. And she does a lot of things. I mean, we'll order shirts. I mean, she'll do a lot of the behind the scenes, like the money, the secretary work, and stuff like that. And I really tip my hat down to her. She has a lot of responsibilities between our new baby, the boxing business.
Congratulations.
Thanks so much. Yeah. And she also works too. So she's a very big influence on our decisions that we make as a family and as a team.
It has to really be. It's a blessing.
Yes, it is.
And hats off to her. What's her name?
Her name is Jacqueline Noviello. Sorry,
Oh,
Jacqueline.
okay,
Yep.
Jacqueline. As far as the boxing world, do you like to travel?
I love to travel, actually. We do a lot of traveling for boxing. The weekends, we are weekend warriors. We are, we're going down to Myrtle Beach, going to Greenville, going to Wilmington, going down to Atlanta, Georgia. When there's fights, we'll go to them. If my guys are ready, we'll go to those fights. And yeah, we do a lot of traveling. So our weekends are a lot of traveling.
God. So do you feel that there's a little bit of bias as far as the home fighters?
Oh, yes.
And how do you deal with that?
Yeah, well, in South Carolina, I will give South Carolina USA Boxing a lot of props. The president, he does a very good job, and he makes sure that, all the officials they've been to the courses, they've been to the continuing education stuff, and he really tries to make it fair as possible. But I have gone to a couple of shows where it was definitely a hometown support boxer who won and shouldn't really have won. And it does play a part in there, and you have to you got to tell your guys that, look, you're going into their den, and you have to kind of understand that. So you got to, it's like boxing champion. If you're boxing champion, you have to beat him. You have to beat him.
Correct.
To beat him. Otherwise, he's always going to get the decisions. So, and I always tell my guys, like, look, we're going to other places. You guys got to put your heart on the line, and we have to go. And you got to do some work here. So.
At the end of the day, what makes Mario happy?
I'm a big family guy, surprisingly. I love my family. We have a little girl. She's 6 months old now.
Okay.
And love my family, family-oriented, and I love boxing. And I love of course, my mother and my father and everything. That's been such a big sport in my life. But boxing's definitely pretty high in there, too.
Oh, so. Man. When we look at, especially in the Rock Hill, Charlotte, North Carolina area and stuff like that, we see a lot of people that's trying to get into that boxing field. What's your first thing that you tell someone when they come to you, approaching you about wanting to be a potential boxer?
Sure. I take everybody and anybody, and then we put them through some workouts, and I tell them, I prepare them, like, look, this is tough workouts. This is not supposed to be easy because the job is hard. And so, I take everybody, but some people come in and go, some people come in and stay, some people come in and stay for a short time and then go, and it's a tough sport. But I always tell people, like, you're going to get a very fun workout, you're going to learn the art of boxing, and that's my promise to you.
Have you ever had anyone to go pro?
Not yet. we have a couple guys that I would definitely very easily see them going to the pro level. I want to get them a couple more amateur fights in. I want them to get more comfortable in the ring, but we definitely have some really good potential coming out of our boxing gym.
When they become professionals and they go to that title fight, what does Mario say to him, you know?
Just, well, you can't say it's another day in office because it's not. It's important. But you just have to reassure them that the work you have put in, you will get out. Hard work and dedication always yields good results. If you put the work in, you'll get the result. Doesn't matter win, lose, or draw. You'll go out and do your best. And if your best is not good enough, he was the better man that day, or or vice versa. You just gotta keep him calm and relaxing him and tell him, look, you can do this. You train so hard for this every day. Let's get to work here.
Do you ever get emotionally attached to either your boxers or, to that boxing family?
Oh yeah, we are a very tight-knit family at our gym. Any match we go to, we have team breakfast. Always have, it doesn't matter if one person's competing or if 6 people are competing, we always have team breakfast for whoever is going. Okay. And I expect all my boxers to be there in the morning, and we actually let their families come too, and we do those things. There's certain boxers who put more work in, and then of course it's hard not to acknowledge their hard work and kind of get a little closer to them. The ones who really try and really want to do the work. So, but yeah, we're a tight knit family. We got each other's backs, and that's definitely nice to have too.
Okay, you said tea and breakfast. How long have you been doing this, and what made you go into starting that? Because it seems to be a really great thing.
Oh yeah, our first fight, I said to my wife, I want to have team breakfast, for my guys, and because I want to make this a team. Boxing is an individual sport, but it also is a team sport. Without a good team behind you, somebody's pushing you and making you harder and sparring harder with you to make you get better, you're not going to progress to the levels you potentially do. And so the first fight we ever had, I said, look, team breakfast, you guys are here, everybody will be here, and we will have a good team breakfast. Families are invited, and we it's definitely served us right, and it really has.
Okay, do y'all go out, in addition to tea and breakfast, like on Saturday nights, do y'all go out to the movies or anything, hanging out or anything like that? Or, is this training and...
No, actually, so, of course, most of the guys who box love to watch boxing on TV, and sometimes, like one of the big fights like Mayweather, Manny Pacquiao, like some of the Amir Khans or, whoever it may be, that's a big fight. We'll sometimes get together, go to Buffalo Wild Wings and watch the fight, or go to, invite people over to my brother's house and watch the fight. You don't really get that many people come, but we definitely have, again, it's those people who really want to be better boxers usually come, and because, right. you learn a lot from watching, so.
When you see that arena, like how they have in that professional boxing with thousands and thousands of people, how do you tell them that this is where the future is, and because, that's some big arenas that they have out there.
That's some big ones. Fort Jackson had a really, really nice one. Okay. They had everything from the post up in the corners, going all the way up to the ceilings, to the lights coming down, smoke. I mean, they had it all. It was very, very, as far as training them wise, again, it just goes back to reassuring that the hard work will come out here. And it's tough. I mean, when you get to those levels, you get caught one time and the crowd goes, ooh, you kind of have to calm down, you're fine, you're fine. And hopefully with the experience that they have gained and with the other fights, they can see okay, I got caught, good shot, my turn,
Have you ever been at a situation where at an event and you saw another boxer from another program that really, you saw did some good things? Did you ever go to him and give him some advice, pointers, or anything like that? Being that this is an amateur,
Yeah, well, a lot of the, I'm also the Regional 2 Director for USA Boxing in South Carolina.
Oh, okay.
So I know quite a bit of the coaches, and I know quite a bit of the gyms in South Carolina, especially in our region, which is from Columbia up, really. And, you kind of just, even going to events and shows, you see all these other boxers, and you kind of get to know and build a, semi-relationship with them. And of course, if I see one boxer and he's doing a great job, and if he happened to walk by, I might say, hey, good job, very good job. Or if I see boxer who did well, you know, I can see he's a little disgruntled, he may have lost. You know, like, look, you know, keep your chin up, bud. You know, you'll be fine. Just keep jabbing, or you can do this. You know, work on this a little bit. You know, you always, as a coach, you always give advice.
Correct. Have you ever seen that boxer whereas he was doing something that you noticed may have been incorrect, that may have cost him the fight, that you might go and say, you know, you need to possibly?
It's hard because you don't want to kind of overstep your boundaries. I mean, you want to respect the other coach's abilities, and you don't want to. I mean, you want to make sure that they don't feel like you're trying to encroach on their boxer.
Okay.
And, you know, so I really personally, I try to keep more positive light, you know, because hey, you know, good job, maybe jab a little more, you know, just because you don't. It's a fine line. I mean, a boxer and a boxing coach, boxer and a boxer coach's relationship is a pretty tight-knit relationship. I mean, hard work in the gym, you start really getting close to your coach, and you know, you just kind of have to know where you stand and be respectful in that sense, and, you know, be tasteful.
I know that has to be really, you know, I mean, a really intense type area, you know what I'm saying? Because just like you said, you have to be respectful, but then again, you just want to say something to him, you know, do this, move to the left, you know, hold your hand up or something. There has to be something in that thing that can help him out.
Yeah. It's just, like I said, it's just tough, man. I mean, you want to do what's best for the boxers. I mean, that's what amateur boxing is all about, is boxers first. But you kind of have to walk that fine line of, okay, that's another boxer's and his coach, and I don't want to, you know, I don't want to get to that. But you will. I mean, if you're watching a fight, I'll just watching the fight. And, oh man, you know, move to the left. I mean, it just happens. Yeah.
What makes Light Bright boxing program the best program in the world?
I would say that our tight-knit style, and I use a lot of science in my program. I have a bachelor's degree in exercise science. I'm actually going back for a registered dietitian. I use a lot of science in my techniques, and I use a lot of dietary programs just because of the fact that the knowledge has helped me, and I want to pass on to my boxers. You know, so that's big for us, you know, because there's a lot of talk of like old style boxing coaches versus new style boxing coaches, and, you know, one of the big main issues is weight training. You know, some of the old style boxing coaches are no weight training whatsoever, and the new style boxing trainings are, hey, you need to hit the weights, you know. But so I say that we use a lot of science in our technique. I'm very detail oriented, so I'm very picky on technique. You know, I beat those guys down with technique, but it's going to help them. You know what I mean?
Correct.
And that's what separates them from the average common street fighter. You know, technique and respect. So.
I know some of the bigger boxing states probably would be like, we're running short on time. Mario, if someone wanted to get in contact with you, how would they go about doing that?
Sure, we have a website, and our website has a wealth of knowledge into it. It's www.lightbrightboxing.com. It's our name.com. You can always email us. They have an email address on there, and, you know, that'd probably be the best two ways there.
Ladies and gentlemen, I got Mario Noviello.
Noviello, yes, sir.
Yeah, I got it right now from Light Bright Boxing. Thank you for watching the show. You be encouraged.